We need to talk about what's happening to women in Egypt. The rates of sexual assault occurring in Egypt are some of the highest in all of the Muslim world. Purity culture is still extremely prevalent in Egypt, and it continues to impose upon the rights of women all over the country. For example, just over 1 week ago, a female doctor was killed after her neighbours threw her from her balcony after they saw a man entering her house. It was also revealed several days ago that a virginity test was performed on the woman after she had died. And now, Egyptian authorities are even trying to impose male guardianship laws. This will strip women of any autonomy and put their freedom and choices in the hands of men. It means that they won't be able to do anything without the approval of a man. I've also spoken personally to many women living in Egypt who describe how petrified and trapped they feel. You might think that Egypt is a fun and exciting tourist destination, but the women of Egypt want us to know that they don't feel safe, and it's about time the world started listening. We need to talk about Rafa al-Yemi. At the beginning of 2021, Rafa was kidnapped by her male relatives in Saudi Arabia who felt that she was shaming them online. Rafa uses TikTok and Snapchat where she uploads fitness and beauty content. Her male relatives were so threatened by her independence that they abducted her from her own apartment. She went missing for a period of time, and many people assumed that she had been honor killed. During this time, her husband was awarded custody of their children after he presented photos of her hair color, tattoos, and workout videos as evidence in court. The court ruled that this evidence meant that Rafa was unfit to be a mother. She was subsequently placed into a care home, and she recently uploaded this photo. You can clearly see the level of care that she received during this time reflected in her bruised body. It's crucial that we stand in solidarity with all women in Saudi Arabia just like Rafa. Resorting to violence in the face of female autonomy speaks volumes about the cowardice of Saudi Arabia's patriarchy. We need to talk about Lujain al-Hafloul. In 2014, Lujain defied the Saudi Arabian ban on female driving. She was arrested and detained for 73 days as a result. In 2015, Saudi Arabia permitted women to run as political candidates. However, when Lujain ran for a local election, her name was intentionally kept off the ballot. In 2016, Lujain signed a petition along with other female rights activists calling for the abolishment of male guardianship laws. In 2017, she was arrested once again and the charges were undisclosed to the public. She was also prohibited from contacting a lawyer and her family. In 2018, Lujain was kidnapped in the UAE and deported to Saudi Arabia. She was detained along with other women's rights activists. Despite the driving ban being lifted that year, they were not released. Lujain endured assault and torture within prison. The trial date was constantly moved around and she was eventually moved to a terrorism court. She spent a total of 1,001 days in prison. She was conditionally released in February of 2021. However, she and her family still face a 5-year travel ban. Lujain deserves real freedom.